All right, so moving on in the butterfly guard, another technique. So you're gonna work seated guard first. So we talked about initially it's hand fighting because you're at this distance, and what your goal is to get the 2-on-1. And then from there to move into a tighter position. You keep the elbow and you're gonna scoot in, you'll slide in and get your underhook. So you're here. You don't allow me to have an underhook on you. You keep my elbow pushed across and I have less base and less control over your upper body. So this is a great position, but it's not always attainable. So he's here, we're hand fighting, he gets the 2-on-1, and then see my head position, how it's lower than his. He'll want to try to move in for the underhook. And see how my head prevents him from doing that? So when a guy, and a good wrestler will know how to play good head positioning, and if he has even a little bit of jiu-jitsu, he'll figure out how he can do that against the guard. So when they play good head position to deny the underhook, and they're going to keep the elbow in tight while doing good head position, you'll need to switch to a head tie instead of the underhook. Now, it's not as good as the underhook. It doesn't afford me as close a position and as good a lift, but you can still get the sweep. So let's switch positions. So we're hand fighting here. I get to the 2-on-1. He's always keeping his head in line with mine. So as I try to move under, he denies me the underhook. So I'll just take the head tie. This is where this elbow position will be very important. I need to keep this elbow pushed across. It's going to help the sweep. I don't want to allow him to get the arm out and get an underhook. So from this position, when I take a head tie, it's not really the neck, because like hold steady, like it's real strong. If I try to move his head, just holding his neck, it doesn't go. It doesn't go in the direction I want to push it. I want to take a higher grip. So you can see how I move really like above the hairline here. Hold steady, hold tight. And you can see how I can get some more movement. Now what's going to make even more movement is if I push the elbow across while I do that. And it's a big difference. So elbow moves to the center line, head moves across in the direction you're going to sweep. And remember, I'm grabbing, see, above the hairline here, not really on the neck where he has more muscles and stability to prevent me from doing that. So I do all the same stuff that I did before with the underhook. So now I have a head tie and my elbow tie. I'm going to shoot underneath before, and as I shoot underneath, I'm going to push head to the side, elbow to the inside. So here. Same thing as before. Sit through and pass. So again, everything starts at this range, hand fighting. We get to the 2-on-1. He's playing good head position, so it's hard for me to get the underhook. So I settle for the head tie. I'll shoot in the same way, underneath, turn, and take him over. So remember, elbow in, head turns the same way. A little tip, but we haven't really covered the pass yet. On this one, since I'm holding the head, when I go for the sweep, I don't want to keep the head. So if I shoot underneath him here, I don't want to sit out into a headlock. That's going to expose my back. So make sure you disengage from the head and just control the body. I'm not necessarily having to pass the guard, but I don't really want to get in a compromised position where my back is exposed. So I scoot underneath, take him over, see how this comes off. I can slide in for the underhook here. Don't keep the head.